If you've ever wondered what a brand actually is, then stay tuned. I'm going to break it down in a series of 5 very informative videos to let you know everything you need to know about branding. Hey guys, my name is Lee Marie and I teach you how to. And today is a very exciting day. It is the first video in my branding series and I am so excited to bring this content to you. This series is going to dive deep into what a brand is, how to build a brand effectively, and I'm going to give you tips, tricks, checklists, lots of things, lots of information for you guys, so that you can build your brand effectively. So the first thing I want to go over is what exactly is a brand? Well, first let's start with what is not a brand. Branding can be very confusing, and so that's the reason I'm making this series of videos. Now, a lot of people think a brand is a logo or a font or colors. That is not a brand. Some people think that a brand is a product. Also, that is not a brand. And lastly, some think that the name of a company is the brand. And again, that is not what a brand is. So what exactly is a brand? Well, I am going to quote Marty Neumeier, who is a graphic designer and is responsible for such brands as Apple, HP, and Google. According to him, a brand is a result. It is a customer's gut feeling about a company's product or service. In essence, a brand is your reputation. It is the feeling that you give to your consumer, the feeling that your product or your service gives to your consumer. That is a brand in a nutshell. But what we're going to do in this series of videos is we're really going to break down what a brand is and how to build your brand for your business. The reason it's important to learn about branding is because a lot of consumers nowadays have something called brand loyalty, which means that they fall in love with the mission, the vision, the ethos of a brand, and they continue to support that brand, constantly buying their products and supporting them financially. So that's why it's really important in today's age to build your brand effectively. And again, like I said, a brand is not just a font. It's not just, colors or a logo. A really good example that I like to give is the example of the Hyatt, or it could be the Hilton. These kinds of hotels, Best Western, La Quinta, they all have logos, but they don't have a brand. The reason they don't have a brand is because you can walk into any of their hotels and have no idea if it's a Hyatt, a Hilton, a La Quinta, a Best Western. You just don't know because they're very, very similar. They have not built a brand, meaning they don't really have brand loyalty. Again, you can walk into many different types of hotels and have no clue if it's a Wyndham, a Hilton, a Marriott. You have no idea because there is no brand. There's a name, there's a logo, but no brand. On the other hand, we take the example of Nike. Most people don't buy Nikes because they need a good pair of basketball shoes. They buy Nikes because of the feeling they get when they put a pair of brand new Nikes on, because they like to show off their collection of Nikes to their friends, because they're really into shoes and Nikes reflects their personality best. That's a brand, because they're not buying it because it's a pair of shoes. They're buying it because they're Nikes. To go back to the hotel example, you're not staying in a hotel because it's a Hilton. You're staying in a hotel because you need a room to stay. And to be perfectly honest, you wouldn't care if it was a Hilton, a Hyatt, a Marriott. You just need a nice room. So that's the difference between a brand and a company with a logo. That's why branding is so important. Another great example is Chanel. Chanel makes sunglasses just like anybody else, but people like Chanel sunglasses because of the feeling they get when they put a pair of Chanel sunglasses on, or when they put on a Chanel suit. There's a feeling, there's a gut feeling, there's a vibe that you get when you do it. It's called brand loyalty because you want that feeling over and over. Hopefully that gives you a better idea of the difference between simply a company and a brand. A brand always has some sort of feeling or emotion attached to it. So now I just kind of want to go over what this series is going to entail. Now that you know what a brand is, we're going to teach you how to build a brand. So the first thing, and this is going to be in the next video, is your target audience. Your target audience is massively important to building your brand. And again, it's for that same reason that you need to know who you're targeting, who your consumer is of your brand, so that you can target them exclusively. Does Nike target their basketball shoes to, older individuals that like swimming? No. They're going to target their basketball shoes to younger males who love playing basketball. So knowing your target audience is going to be very effective for you when you are advertising and marketing. Okay, so we're going to do the next video is going to be on your target audience, because that is super important when you're building your brand. You need to know who is your brand for. Do not be under the assumption that your brand is for everyone, because there is no brand for everyone. Your brand is for a specific individual, and when you find them, you can effectively market to them. In video number 3, I'm going to go over what I call the 4 V's, V like victory, of branding. And here they are. The first V is vision. And that is literally, what is the vision, the mission, the ethos of your company. The second V, visual. What are the visuals? That's where we get our font, our colors, the type of website that you have. Those are your visuals that encapsulate your brand. Next V is going to be your voice. What kind of voice or tone do you have when you communicate with your audience? There are many different kinds of tones and voices that you can use to communicate in copy, on your website, in your marketing, and I will go over those. And the last V is your value. What problem are you trying to solve? We'll dive deep into that as well. The 4th video in this series is going to be all about luxury branding. If you've ever wanted to start a luxury brand, I will take you into how to price your products in a luxury setting, how to effectively market to a luxury clientele, and basically how to take your brand into the luxury marketplace. So that is video number 4. And the last video I'm super excited about, video number 5, I am bringing my friend Stephanie in. She is a social media and a marketing branding expert, and she will be taking your questions that you have, anything related to social media, to branding, to marketing, anything like that. We're going to answer all of your questions. I do have this posted in the community. I have a post about questions that you may have for Stephanie. So please go to that post under the community tab and make sure that you are asking those questions for Stephanie and I to answer in that 5th branding video that's coming to you soon. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. I'm so super excited to bring you this kind of content. Remember, in the next video, we're going to be talking all about your target audience. Be sure to bring a pen and paper, because we're going to be breaking it down into every single little detail that you need to know about your target audience. If you like this video and you want more content like it, please do hit the like button and consider subscribing. It's totally free and it really helps the channel to grow so that I can continue bringing you free content like this and videos like this. As always, I will see you guys in the next video, branding video number 2, all about your target audience. Bye.